Oh, I like that one. How much of an impact can a great Scrum Master have in a team environment? Honestly, far, far more than anybody should ever know. Simple answer. Okay. Imagine you've got a team that's doing a good job and a great Scrum Master appears. What are they going to be focused on? Not, are you doing Scrum? I hope they're not. Right? That's a helpful thing, but it's not necessary. Okay? They're going to be focused on the people. How are they working together? What's their process? Why is that their process? Why are they working together like that? How are the relationships doing? Lots of very intangible things they're going to be looking at and considering and having conversations about with members of the team. Okay? In the hope, and actually the firm conviction, that in those conversations things are going to start to surface that could be improved, that could be changed for the better. There'll be hypotheses, they won't be definites. And the Scrum Master's role is then to help that team really understand what will work for them and what won't, try things out in safe to fail approaches. And that means things will go wrong. It's not fail safe. Okay? It's safe to fail. Stuff goes wrong and we can just reset it and the team can carry on. No harm, no foul. They're going to explore this space with the team, so they're going to be inviting conversations. They're going to be doing lots of stuff that traditionally we don't look for. Okay? And at the end of their work, the team will be better. Okay? So this great Scrum Master is going to be inviting these conversations, inviting the team to stretch themselves, to think differently, to open up ideas that maybe they've closed before for whatever reason, and find something to be better at, and try it out, and experiment with that idea and see if it works for them. And if it does, adopt it and find a way to bring it into their process properly and go forwards with another idea. And if that one doesn't work, that's okay. Capture the learning of why they think it didn't work and move forwards, finding another idea. Constantly on the lookout for a way to be better this time around the loop. Great Scrum Masters are in the team fairly quiet. And I don't mean they don't have a voice. They often have a voice. They can be quite opinionated. But it's not about them. They recognise that everything is in service to the developers, to the product owner, to whoever makes up that team. Okay? So they're not going to put themselves forward as the person who did things, because they didn't. They are the person who created an opportunity, or recognised an opportunity, more accurately, where other people could do great stuff. So when people ask me what's the impact a great Scrum Master can have on a team, it's actually quite a hard question to answer, because when they do their job well, and I mean really well, you don't even know they're doing their job because they take no credit. They've allowed other people to find ways, and those people recognise it as their own ideas, their own implementation, their own improvement, and therefore their own credit. And a great Scrum Master is happy with that because they know, and when pushed, the team know how that came about. Now that said, we do make a difference. We can make huge differences to our organisations, to the teams that we work with. Okay? If you are a Scrum Master and you want to be better, you really want to be contracting well. What does good look like for this team? If you don't have an external person who's brought you in to work with that team, work with the team to understand what those measures are. Find a way to track them and keep an eye on them. I've had teams who have been interested in their defect rate. They wanted to bring the number of defects they released into their production right down. They had a problem, they recognised it. They didn't have the focus, because of the pressure of delivery, to solve the problem. My role as the Scrum Master was to keep them focused on what they saw as valuable while keeping the pace of delivery up for the organisation. And we took somewhere in the region of 20 to 30 bugs released every week into a live environment, and over a period of weeks we got it down to 2 or 3, which wasn't the end, but it only took us a few weeks to just tweak their processes, hold them honest to what they said they would do, by having some challenging conversations, by just asking questions at the right time, recognising that people may just be sliding a bit, may have not done everything they could and that they said they would, not through bad intent, but because they were busy, but because they were pressured. And as the Scrum Master, you're outside of that delivery, and you can just ask, do you intend to do that? Did you intend to do this? What about that? Have you thought about what they said? All of these things. Because you're part of the team, you're living and breathing what they're doing, you can ask questions. While you're not in the delivery, you don't feel the pressures that they do for that. So work out what those measures are. As I said, I took that team from quite a few bugs down to very few in only a few weeks. I didn't do it. I said I did it, I didn't. I didn't code at all, so I didn't create a bug, I didn't capture a bug, I didn't resolve a bug before it got out the door. Okay? What I did was I asked questions of the people when they committed things and bugs appeared in the pipeline. Right? I just brought their focus back to what they knew was important, rather than what was loud. So find out what those measures are. Work with your team, work with the sponsors, the stakeholders, whoever it is that has a voice in that conversation, and then track it. And what you will find is a great Scrum Master can have an amazing impact on that team, and yet, quite humbly, quite confidently, pass all the credit to the team because they did the real work. If you've got to this point in the video, I hope you've enjoyed it. If so, a like would be appreciated. If you want to hear more from me, more answers to questions that maybe you've got in the Agile world, please subscribe to the channel. And if you've got a question that you really want answered, drop it in the comments. I promise we'll get around to it. Thank you.